side of the world. The shifting of continental plates created the Isthmus of Panama. Ocean currents could no longer flow between the Atlantic and Pacific. Warm tropical water was diverted north. At the time, there was no ice at the North Pole. It was cold enough, but the air was too dry for snow to fall. But when warm, wet air from the tropics reached the Arctic, clouds started to form. Snow fell, and an ice sheet began to grow. None of this would have mattered to humans if the ice had stayed restricted to the North Pole. But it didn't. The Earth's orbit isn't stable. Over thousands of years, tiny wobbles changed the amount of sunlight reaching the planet's surface. These wobbles made the northern ice sheets first grow and then melt back again. Since the Ice Age began 2.5 million years ago, they have pulsed back and forth over 30 times. "24,000 years ago, the ice was advancing toward one of its high points, moving south into Europe at up to 60 feet a week. In the hills of southeast England, they're unaware of the ice sheets to the north. But as the temperature drops to 20 below, it becomes clear. The first city had yet to be built. Most sedentary people lived in hamlets like the one R discovered. Yet as villages thrived and grew, the first towns appeared. Catalhoyuk, in what's now Turkey, lived up to 6,000 people. A small town by our standards, but a metropolis in the Mule lived up to 6,000 people. A small town by our standards, but a metropolis in the Neolithic era. Perhaps the world's largest concentration of humans. The hallmark of hunters, not farmers. From a common act comes a flash of insight. It begins with a furrow in the earth, water trickling, seeds sprouting, shoots growing. Uki has discovered the secret of irrigation. An irrigation trench takes shape under Uki's direction. After a parched year, the land